affecting your kidneys? If you're like most Americans, you consume way too much salt. Our daily requirements is only 1 teaspoon per day. That teaspoon per day includes what we cook with, what's naturally in foods, as well as the salt that's added in our condiments. I'm Dwayne Sunwald, and I have kidney disease. I'm also a culinary arts instructor, and I've had to learn that low sodium diets are a great way of decreasing your blood pressure, because high blood pressure is also very damaging to kidneys. So I had to learn to cook without salt and still maintain flavor, which I find is very easy to do. Let's talk about some tips from the National Kidney Foundation on how to lower salt. Go for the fresh fruits and vegetables and meat rather than packaged foods. If a food item keeps well in the fridge for days or weeks, usually the sodium content is very high. Canned and frozen fruits and vegetables are low in sodium, but make sure they don't have added sauce or salt. Try using herbs and spices instead of salt when cooking at home. Salt's an acquired taste, and you can wean yourself off of it in about 6 weeks. When dining out, ask a waiter to serve sauce on the side and have your entrees grilled, sautéed, or baked without any salt added to them. Chinese and Japanese food are particularly high in sodium, so request no MSG or soy sauce. Also choose steamed rice over fried rice, because fried rice often has added soy sauce. Get used to reading labels. Compare various brands of the same item. You'll find a wide range of sodium content in the same items. If you find a product that's greater than 8% of the daily required value of sodium per serving, it's probably too high. So now, let's get started making a low-salt pizza. We're going to make what I call an ROG pizza, roasted onion and garlic pizza. And to do this, we first have to roast the garlic and the onions. So let me show you how to roast garlic. You're going to cut the top off of your garlic, remove as much of the loose paper as possible, place it in your foil, spray some olive oil over the top, and then you're going to seal this up and you're going to bake it in a 350-degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes. And the garlic's going to come out soft and tender and wonderfully flavored. Now we're going to get the onions ready to roast. And what I recommend is using red onions because they give great flavor and color. So you're going to peel your onion, cut the ends off, remove the outer paper, slice your onion in half, and then you want to slice it very, very thin. Place your sliced onions on a cookie sheet, sprinkle them or spray them with a little bit of oil, and you'll also put this in the oven 350 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes, and you want to stir these and shake them around a couple times during those 30 to 40 minutes. While our garlic and onions are roasting in the oven, we're going to start making the pizza dough. To do this, we're going to take 1/4 cup of warm water. Make sure it's warm, not hot. You don't want it more than 110 degrees. 1 package or 1 tablespoon of dry yeast. And you want to let that set in the water for about 5 minutes, and we call that softening, and it begins to activate the yeast. While that's activating, we're going to take 1.5 cups of rice milk. Rice milk is lower in potassium and phosphorus than cow's milk. And you want to just warm this as well, keeping it below 110 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're going to add our milk. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar, a tablespoon of vegetable oil. Our yeast is softened, so we're going to add this. Then we're going to add about 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. We're going to start mixing this and adding more flour until it becomes a stiff dough. So once this becomes a stiff dough, we're going to take it and we're going to spray a bowl with a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to place the dough in it. Make sure the dough has a little bit of oil on it. Turn it upside down, cover it, and let it set for about 30 minutes, and it'll double in size. Our dough has risen, so now we want to punch it down. This dough will make about 6 individual pizzas. So we're going to divide it in half, take a third of that, stretch it out, add a little bit of flour to your surface area. Make sure that you flour both sides, and you're going to roll it out to about a ½ inch thick. If you like really thin pizzas, you can roll it out even thinner. Stretch it out a little bit, shake off the excess flour. You want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. If you have a pizza stone, put a pizza stone in the oven when you preheat it. And then you can set the dough. You're going to set the dough right on the pizza stone, or you can use a cookie sheet. I'm just going to set this on parchment paper because it's going to be easy to transfer. And now we'll get our toppings ready. That roasted garlic that we did and those roasted onions, we took them out of the oven and cooled them. Take a couple cloves of garlic, lay them on your dough, and they're going to be very soft and easy to spread. You want to add your roasted red onions. And then what I like to do is take a little bit of rosemary or thyme and sprinkle over the top, because it's a nice earthy herb and it adds an additional layer of flavor. And we've not added any salt to these ingredients, and now we're going to set this right on our pizza stone in the oven. And we're going to bake this till the crust is golden brown on the top and the bottom, which will take about 10 to 15 minutes at 400 degrees. And there's your salt-free pizza, and enjoy.